up, Squeaks? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to day 4 of 31 Days of Halloween. Today we're going to be talking about real life scary things that happened on Halloween night. Grab your popcorn, grab your spooky coffee mugs, and let's get started. If you guys like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on social so we can become friends. Check out my merch. And if you're new here, make sure to catch up in the little playlist on what we've been doing for so far for this year. And if Halloween's already over and you still want to watch this stuff, just go ahead. There's a whole playlist for you now. You can binge watch a bunch of stuff. So the first story I found is called A Deadly Finale. On Halloween night in 1963, the Indiana State Fair held a Holidays on Ice skating show for a crowd of hundreds. The grand finale was not what anyone had expected. Unbeknown to organizers at the Indiana State Fairgrounds, propane gas had been leaking from a nearby tank into the poorly ventilated room. During a final act called Mardi Gras, the propane gas caught fire, leading to a horrific explosion that propelled onlookers from their chairs. The death toll was 74 and 400 additional people were injured. 400 people injured and 74 people killed just because of gas leak? That's crazy and sad. The next story I found is called Vanished Without a Trace. To this day, no one knows what happened to Cindy Song, a 34-year-old grad student at Penn State University who disappeared without a trace after leaving a Halloween party after midnight in 2001. Song had stopped by a friend's home in the early morning hours, still decked out in her bunny costume, and accepted a lift home at about 4 a.m. Slightly intoxicated, she managed to get inside her home and drop off her belongings, including her backpack and cell phone. She'd even remembered to remove her false eyelashes. But Song herself was never seen again. Investigators found no evidence of foul play and no activity on her credit cards or cell phone. The case eventually went cold. That is so sad and so scary. She just vanished forever. David Berkowitz became infamous in the 1970s as the Son of Sam serial killer, but not many people know that he could also predict the future. Well, sort of. He was incarcerated when 39-year-old Ronald and 20-year-old Elizabeth were beaten and shot to death in their Manhattan home in the early morning hours of Halloween in 1981. A fellow prisoner claimed that the Son of Sam had previously told him that a cult was planning to carry out such a massacre. Berkowitz was allegedly even able to describe the victim's apartment to a T, but police didn't have enough evidence to charge him with involvement in the murders, which remain unsolved. What's up with all these unsolved cases? That's not cool, people. This one is really sad and triggering. This one is called There Really Are Monsters. So every parent's nightmare. Your child comes home from a night of trick-or-treating with spiked candy. One of the Halloween stories that helped propel this fear was the murder of Timothy O'Brien in 1974. This 8-year-old from Deer Park, Texas, died Halloween night after ingesting poison candy. Making this crime more horrific is the fact that the perpetrator was not a neighbor but the boy's own father, who sought to cash in his own son's life insurance. That was sad. This one is terrifying. It's so creepy. This one is called The Note. The most frightening thing about the graveyard kit an Oregon woman bought at Kmart in 2012 was the note she found inside. It was written by a Chinese factory worker who claimed he and others were tortured and enslaved in a forced labor camp making toys 15 hours a day with no pay or days off. He went on to plead for the letter to be forwarded to the World Human Rights Organization. The woman did just that, and the Chinese worker was freed from the camp when it was exposed months later. That is crazy. That goes to show you the help that you can do when people give signs like that. So this one is kind of funny. It's called Don't Lose Your Head. People thinking dead bodies are Halloween decorations seems to be a gruesome trend in these Halloween stories. However, in 2017, the opposite actually happened. In mid-September, police in Greene County, Tennessee received a panic phone call from a man who believed there was a beheaded corpse in his neighbor's driveway. Police arrived on the scene only to find that the owner of the home had actually just put out his creepy Halloween display a little early. Quote, "Do not call 911 reporting a dead body," the police department's Facebook page wrote. "Instead, congratulate the homeowner on a great display." That was funny. Other ones, not so much. This one is scary, but not in the way that you're thinking. It's called Neither Rain Nor Sleet Nor Decomposing Body. It's bad enough to have collapsed and died alone on your own porch steps, but adding insult to injury, the morning after this 2012 Halloween tragedy, the mailman, assuming the body was an excellent Halloween decoration, sidestepped the deceased on the way to delivering his mail. That's like, he could have helped him. Like, what if he was like dying and you didn't even notice. That's a little sketch. The next one is called "The Freakish Decoration Was Real." If there is a prize for the most morbid Halloween decoration in Delaware in 2005, it would have gone to the body hanging from a tree. It would have beaten out the fake witches, skeletons, and jack-o'-lanterns dotting the neighborhood. For hours, people passed by admiring it. Of course, it had an edge over the other decoration. This was a real body. Police believed it was that of a woman who committed suicide the night before. Can you imagine walking past a decoration and then realizing later that it was not a decoration? How did these people not notice? So, those are all the short stories I found. If you find any more and you want me to share them, let me know and I'll give you a shout out in the video. This is probably part 1. There's going to be a lot of stories like this. So, if you have any and you want to be in the video, let me know. So, yes, how did you like those stories? They were all creepy to me. I did not like any of them. If you did like it, make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on social so you can become friends, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!